Hey everyone, my name is Balraj Gill, and today, I haven't vlogged in a long time and I'll tell you why, but today I think I want to talk about just my ascension process and why, where I'm at right now. So I started, my whole waking up process started with grief, loss, which had me questioning my happiness, my life altogether. And I really looked back. Was I satisfied? Am I doing what I want to be doing on earth? Then came presence. I really started feeling what I felt. Like if I was unhappy, a really huge example was I was just so unhappy at my last job. I was a nurse and I used to teach nursing. And I just became so unhappy, and I used to have to drive from where I live to North Vancouver, which is took me about an hour, sometimes an hour, like 20 minutes every day. And I would, even though I tried to make the best of it, like I learned all of the marketing that I do now, business, I basically learned in the car. And I went to the library, rented a lot of business CDs, and I learned a lot in the car. So I tried to make the best of it. I did it for a couple of years, and then I just realized I hate this. I really, really hate the driving. And the first process of change for me was actually taking a leave of absence from my job and starting a business. At first I started with a gym, and now I have an Amazon online business. And last February, I went to a Breatharian camp, a 10-day workshop in Arizona, which was wonderful. And this was the second piece to my growth. So those of you that don't know what Breatharian is, it's basically when you can go without food and you live on prana. So I did this workshop, came back last February, and there was just such a huge shift that had happened within me. For example, and I'll give you the small changes, like the small things where I was starting to notice energy. I was aware already before, but I was more in tune with other people from an energetic level. So if they were wearing their mask and talking to me, you know how we all wear masks, and people would be talking to me, but I could really sense their inner sadness or inner happiness or whatever the vibration that I got. So I started to feel vibrations. Secondly, my Amazon business, what I used to do is I would buy bulk products from China, and then I would sell them on the .com and .ca store. And when I came back, it didn't resonate with me anymore. I felt as though what am I doing? I'm polluting the earth. I'm gaining people are buying garbage. I'm putting garbage in the world. So I really started thinking like that, but then I was still practical. I'm like, well, I have to make a living. I have to make money somehow. But then and this is another thing that started happening to me was ideas would just come into my head. It was it wasn't a voice. They're not voices, but it's just a thought. So these random thoughts would just come in my head, and I started to stop and listen to these thoughts. And one of the thoughts was, go visit your handmaker friends. So I am hugely into buying local, organic. I go to farmers markets. I network in those markets a lot. So I knew a lot of people that were local handmakers. And when that voice or vision or whatever thought actually came to me, I was like, oh my God, okay. So then I contacted one of my handmaker friends, and I said, you know what, this is what I want to do. I want to try selling something that's local. My profit's not that high. It's going to move way slower than the stuff that I buy from China will, but I want to try this. What do you think? She was like, yeah, no problem. I can make you that stuff. No worries. And so I started introducing handmade soaps, lotions, creams, oils, all of that to my .ca market. And now I've expanded to .com, and people are buying it. my business now on Amazon, I no longer buy anything from China or anywhere overseas. Everything I source is local. I support local moms and dads. And my business philosophy has changed to that I will no longer buy anything that is not gifted to us from Mother Nature. So now my business is basically just selling any materials that we can make organically, obviously, that are from Mother Nature. So that was a big, huge shift in my life. And the interesting thing, the reason I know I'm exactly on the right path is my hand making, my friend, the hand maker that makes my soaps and stuff, the bulk of them, I met her about 5 years ago, and there was something about her 5 years ago, because I used to buy products off of her back then for my gym, and there was something about her that I knew, my inner being knew, that I'm gonna do something with you one day. I don't know what it is, but I'm definitely gonna do something with you in the future one day. And just a few weeks ago, I was working, and I was like, oh my God, it's happening. I'm on the right path, because what I knew about my friend back then, which like I had no idea it was going to turn into an online Amazon business, but her and I are working closely together every day. And I'm like, I knew that when I met her, my inner being knew that. So I am so confident, and I know I'm going to be just fine. There's just this feeling there because I'm on the right path. And that's why I haven't been vlogging very much. I've just been busy building my business. And it's these type of synchronicities where you're like, oh, that's what that was. This video is getting long. I will make another one on other synchronicities as well. Thanks for listening. Bye.